In the previous video, we have seen the use of keyword break, and now we will see the use of the keyword continue. So when the code encounters continue, it ends the current iteration of a loop and the program control goes to the end of the loop body. So if it's a while loop, it will go to the end and then continue from the next condition checking. If it is a for loop, it will go at the end and then go to the update part, and then it will have the condition checking again. Okay, so let's now look at another example program. Okay, let me do it by hand. Okay, so we were in this perspective, which is called debug perspective. So if we want to go back to what we had before, so we have to select this Java perspective. This is a shortcut key here. So I have now a test break class where we have a main method, and like before, we have two variables, sum and number. So I would say pause this video here and think about what we should be here, yes, what this program will or what this program is doing. Okay, just think about a minute. Okay, so what it does is, while number is less than 20, it enters and then it increments the number, and if the number becomes equal to 10 or is 11, it will enter here, which if the any of these is true, then it will enter here, and this continue statement, whenever we encounter this continue, it will no longer continue the loop body. That means it will not go to the next statement, rather it will go directly from here to the comparison here. Okay, that's the task of continue. Let's examine this. Okay, like before, I put a breakpoint here, and let's go to the debug perspective. So in the debug perspective, let me do this debug as Java application. So the execution will pause at this line where I have put my breakpoint. So my sum and number is 0 because they have been initialized to 0. Then it will continue here, that's 0 less than 20, which is true, and again like before we will step into and it will go to the next part, number plus plus. So if we step into, so number increases by 1 and the number becomes 1. Then it will compare here, if 1 equal 10, false, or 1 equal 11, again false. So it will not go inside, rather it will be accumulated into sum. Let's check. So step into and it will avoid, or it will actually go over continue. It will not go here, rather it goes here, sum, and then it continues to the next iteration. Okay, so with this, let's now see the number. You see the number is getting incremented here, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And now let's see when number becomes 10. So now number or 10 equal 10, this is true. Now it should enter into this if condition. Let's see if it happens. So yes, it enters here and it didn't go to this sum accumulation, rather it went directly to this number less than 20. Then again number becomes 11. So this is true, and when this is true, it will encounter continue and the sum will not be changed, rather it will go directly here. So continue and then it goes here. So then afterwards number becomes 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and then it becomes 20. So when it becomes 20, the loop exits and it prints out the value of the sum. Okay, so what we what we now see here is whenever a continue is encountered, it will actually exit that particular iteration in that point and go at the beginning of the loop. That's the keyword continue.